Alright guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be talking on a very important topic. You can see there is chaos around the world and I'm really saddened by the consequences of our actions. We're gonna end the world by ourselves, no world. In Nigeria currently there are 46 confirmed cases according to the NCDC, and just this morning 2 cases were confirmed in Lagos and in Osun State. And that of Osun State, they said, is in OAU Teaching Hospital. And it really saddens my heart because there are consequences to the unrest between people. When the school closed, many people went back to where they came from. People from schools like Unilag, LASU, and all the polytechnics in Lagos, everybody went back to their respective villages and towns in the hope of protecting themselves against the virus. What I'm most concerned about is how sure are you that these people were not infected already? A case confirmed in Lagos yesterday. The person contracted the virus in a public vehicle. Now, in the process of going home, people would may have contacted the virus and carried it to their family. In the process of coming back to school after a month of quarantine or self-isolation, people might contract the virus and bring it back to their school. And that's a really worst scenario. And I can't just imagine the result of that. In times like this, when they say you should stay at home, is to stay where you are. People should have stayed where they are, not go home. Or and parents keep telling their children to come to school as if they have a cure for the virus at home. Well, there will be consequences. To survive on Earth, on this planet Earth, there are 4 essential elements that we must have constantly for us to survive. Number 1, we have water. Number 2, food. Number 3, shelter and clothes. So number 4, oxygen. So fortunate for us, oxygen, the coronavirus is not a airborne disease. So oxygen, that means we are safe by breathing in here. But food is very essential. As this virus becomes a global issue, the WHO declared the coronavirus as a global issue on March 11. So how do you think this can affect food and all that?
Well, normally in normal settings, one thing I just see is that people, normal settings of like when things is going on fine, people have chances to go to their workplace, to sell, to go to the farm to get their products, like what the whatever things they produce and sell. So from there, people will be able to eat. But in this arena now, in the sense that people, all those things, people know the chance of it any
Yeah.
longer. And at the same time, one thing is just that people, just like an holiday has been declared now that people should stay
At
indoor.
home.
So how do we expect people to? We're not saying that what the step that the government has taken is not okay. We're just talking about the consequence
Yeah.
that it might be at the end of the day if we do not look into this thing as early as possible. Though we think our government, they are doing a great work. She understand. So what I want to bring out is just that if people just like in all in overseas now, people have been food has been delivered to people's places.
Yeah.
So I don't know if government can also look into that, because it's just like when you ask people to stay indoor, they should stay indoor. There are some people that they are daily job people. So how do you expect them to
Survive
survive
in times like this.
in this time? So now just I don't know, appealing to the government if they can just one way or the other to solve the aspect of food for the citizens of this country.
Because This pandemic has made us realize that no matter what we run after in life, money, all this, everything comes down back to food. We must eat to survive. We must drink water to survive. These are essential elements of life. So in times like this, companies are closing down, businesses are going out of business, entrepreneurs are going bankrupt in times like this. So in times like this, we need the government to come in, and there's a limit to what the government can do. Because if this persists for 3 years, we'll have no government anymore. It's because there is no issue. That's why there's a government. You see what happens during wars. Malnutrition sets in, people can't eat, there's no food and all that. I think this is what the world is facing right now. This is what we are looking at, and I hope it doesn't come to that.
And another thing is this: at a point, even gathering the food, gathering all these things in your place, in your homes, like getting VS and co. The fact is just that if this thing continues till, let me just give a minimum of 3 months.
Yeah.
You understand? And we're in March now, April,
May,
May,
June.
June. So the fact is just that all those things, it will get exhausted.
Yeah. One
Because there is no an avenue for people to renew or probably
to work and get
to
paid to
work.
buy,
And yes,
and there is no even use. If you buy clothes at this time, what do you want to wear it? Where do you want to wear it? So that means boutiques will definitely go out of business. So this time, the mentality of working in open offices cannot work anymore. People need to work online now. Majority of the business abroad, they are communicating with their workers online through Skype, WhatsApp video call, and all that. But Nigeria, there's no system. Government workers, they have to sit at home if the government should declare a close down, a complete close down. And I think the government should have done that already if we wanted to stop the spread. Now campus, and now their students are traveling from Ife to Lagos to Port Harcourt to Abuja, where there are confirmed cases. Does that even make sense? And we have the whole world. And I think recently, today or yesterday, there is an outbreak of a new disease or a virus in China, the antivirus. I don't know how true it is, but I think the Chinese, to try to regulate their people, regulate what they eat, what they consume, because one way or the other, their mistakes is affecting the world at large, and they have a very large population. So, can you imagine? You know how bad it is gonna be if this disease spreads in Nigeria in a population of 200 million people? How do you even know how many people already carry this virus? We have over 47 confirmed cases, or I think 30 something as at the time of making this video. Confirmed cases. What of those that have the virus that we don't know? And I even saw something now. People are using the face mask. You don't have the virus, you don't have to use the face mask. The face mask is for those who have the coronavirus, to protect themselves from spreading it to other people, not for those that do not. In fact, WHO released a statement saying that people should regulate the use of facial masks because the world is in a very short supply of facial masks. And I'm very afraid that comedians in this country, they are using this as a joke. This is more than a joke, because if this gets really serious, I don't think no comedian is going to survive.
It's getting serious already.
If it gets serious more than it is a very major problem. Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Facebook, every one of them have felt a damage in their net worth since the coronavirus happened. Because one way or the other, it is affecting them. It's affecting the government, even the almighty US government. The scientists there, they are claiming that in the next days there will be more reports of the coronavirus. That's America. Then Nigeria here, that there's no structure.
I want to say something. Just like you talked about antivirus as just happened in China. One of the reasons why we are still rest assured that such disease will not enter this country is not because all the border has been closed. And another thing is that this coronavirus thing, we firstly listen to, like, we could be able to be aware of it, that it happens in China. And let me say, if hadn't been border has been closed Before that time,
Before that
the
time,
fact is
it
just
would
that
have
it's
gotten.
not come to
Yeah,
this country.
yeah,
It's not even come to this continent, Africa.
yeah, yeah.
But another thing is just that in a settings, there is no way you want to do it. You cannot do it all on your own, and in the sense that the social factor has to be there. If the border has been closed, like telling people that they should stay home, not relating to, just like I'll not be relating with you as well. You
Sure.
understand? So we have to look into the social factor, and so
Yeah.
many things like that.
Right now, I am on total lockdown because my movement is not more than the Okebale and the school vicinity. And I know that everyone I'm meeting with, they haven't traveled in the last 1 to 2 months. And I am making
1 to 2 months or 1 to 2 days.
no, let's say 1 to 2 months. Okay, yeah,
one
they
to two
haven't
days now.
traveled recently as of
Exactly.
recent. And those of my friends that went home, when you come back, let's just look at ourselves from afar. So that we don't use your own
That
you
made me to
affect me.
come with someone like something in which you can be greeting people. Now, if you want to greet people before, you do your hand like this. But this time around, you do like this.
Da,
You
God,
understand? Do like this. So
so
it won't be as if you okay.
so one of so the another effect. Mainly everything comes down to food, but let's talk about the financial aspects because businesses, as I've talked about earlier, they're going out of business. Entrepreneurs are going bankrupt because of the coronavirus. People have to move their business from the on-site business to the remote business. By remote, I mean people work from home now. So I think this is serving a serious warning to the youths that the lie or the idea of working in offices, in open offices that our parents has impacted onto us is not gonna work anymore. People have to learn to work online. People have to learn to move their businesses from the on-site offices to online offices. Majority of the churches now they're having their services online. Had it been they don't have a structure on ground before that they use the online service, then
Exactly.
how do you expect them to have their church service anymore? But because there was already a structure on ground that they use technology to their own advantages, then that's why they are able to survive in this kind of times. And this time is gonna come again. Even if we survive this pandemic, another one is still gonna come. My question is, are we ready for another pandemic? In 2016 or 2017, I think okay, is it 2015? There was an outbreak of Ebola virus. At that
2015.
time, Bill Gates he donated a lot of money, and after that, he went for a TED talk about the Ebola virus, and he talked about the next pandemic. That the next one, are we gonna be ready for it? It appears that the coronavirus took us by surprise, took the world by surprise. We weren't ready for it because if we were, it wouldn't have spread as much as it is present. In fact, the Ebola virus didn't spread more than the West Africa, I think, at that time because the government were somehow ready. We were lucky because I think the Ebola virus is more deadly than the coronavirus.
Exactly.
But because the governments were at alert at that time, that was why they were able to quarantine or to prevent people from catching the virus. Because Ebola is just touch, whether you touch your face or not, just touch the person, you have it already.
Even being in the midst.
Yeah, can you imagine if that kind of virus was came at a large scale as coronavirus came to us? Can you imagine what's gonna happen to the world? It's gonna be really bad. So it's gonna have effects on stock markets.
And
And there was a okay before you talk, there was a time the Bitcoin it came down. It came down overnight because of the coronavirus. So it is affecting if the coronavirus can affect Bitcoin. Can you imagine what it's gonna affect? Stocks are going down, company shares they are going down, everything is going down. So we have to be very vigilant. We have to be very careful in times like this. So, well, if people can go out, if the economy comes down, people there will be no salary. In that first instance, private companies are gonna have to lay off their workers because there will be no money. Okay, by that time, no matter how much money you have in reserve, there will surely be food shortage. So you should know. So that will be the end of today's video. I hope very glad that you
thank
come
you.
along with me today, and I'm very sure you enjoyed this edition of the effect of coronavirus on the world and Nigeria.
My name still remain Adevisayo Adetayo
And my
Timberlake.
name is Marvelous Akinoye. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Click on the subscribe button below and on the notification bell. See you next time.
Thank you.
Peace. Love you all and stay safe. That's the most important thing. Thank you.